So explain what you did in the film and what parts you did and everything you try to do in this movie as best as possible.
My role was the invader Motu, and my voice, I wanted my voice to sound British, and I kind of channeled a little bit of Roddy McDowell. You all know who Roddy McDowell is, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So it started off with a few recordings, and the day we were filming the scene, it was then I realized I had to wear like a face mask, and that kind of obscured a little bit of my voice, which and you can tell it's a little different when I'm wearing hearing me with the thing over my head, the hood, the face.
Question.
You had a question.
Oh yeah. What roles is Roddy McDowell most known for? Like, what are your favorite roles of his?
Well, I haven't really watched much. I haven't really, but I've maybe seen clips or there might have been some cartoons where he did some voiceover work. I did watch Planet of the Apes in like less than a year ago recently. The original one where he was Cornelius.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I went onto this page where it said behind the voice actors, and I went onto his page and kind of listened to some of his voiceover work. So sometimes when I play my characters, they they have to have like an English accent, and I kind of want to channel a good English accent depending on which character it can vary accordingly. So in this case, I kind of chose a little bit of a Roddy McDowell-esque voice for my villain character. So
what is your second role you did?
I recorded. It was recording of an unseen character, like the head of the FBI, the director. What was
CEO?
The CEO, yeah. And my voice was based off of Matt Damon. I guess you would say in The Departed or The Instigators, like somewhere close to that. Maybe somewhere close to Matt Damon in The Departed.
So how long have you known Alex Holiday?
For 10 years, since I started working at AMC Theaters at Assembly Row. Yeah, we were friends since not long after I started working in around summer 2014, he got me into this thing where we would be making movies together, and so I pretty much chose to play the villain roles, and that is fun. Even though it's like it is a little tricky sometimes to kind of attempt to memorize everything, because sometimes on the day of the shooting you can be I guess maybe there's some nervous feelings, I guess, and sometimes I kind of have to fish out my phone to look at some dialogue, but pretty much I nail it.
So explain your role in movies and the project itself.
Well, a big part of it lately has been contributing to scores, just like getting some music recorded, and another part of it is also camera work, how also done quite a bit of acting and voice acting. I should be doing more of that though. So what's my role in this? Mostly to see myself progressing as a human being, and one role I have for myself is to get better equipment so that I can start my own YouTube channel.
So, how long have you known Alex Holiday?
It's hard to say. It's been a while. I've been recording with him for probably, I want to say about 10 years. And it seems like I've known him for like an eternity though, I don't know.
So, how do you do music? Like what's your part of music that you normally do?
How I do the music? Well, my focus is drums, but I do a lot of other instruments as well. Like I'll pick up a guitar, or a bass, or I'll sit down at the keyboard or stand up at it.
You should channel a little Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
That'd be kick-ass.
So also, what was your part for Sonic Ranger? You give me
For Sonic Ranger, I did a lot of the music. I also did I did some of the camera work and part of it. That's mostly what I got into lately.
So, explain your final verdict for the film itself.
So I see that progress is being made, and we're putting in a lot into these movies, and you know it's rewarding to have the results in front of you. You can actually watch them wherever you go. YouTube's great with that. You know they'll have you can film something or record something, and then you can just look back at it later and be like, oh well, look at that.
So I met Alex because he had placed some flyers around Boston, and I saw one right around Boston Common, and I emailed him after that, and soon after that we were able to work on our first project together. So I have a bachelor's from Emerson College in Boston for visual media arts. That's basically their fancy word for saying a film degree. So that's where I have my learning experience for film. I've also worked on tons of student projects and different indie stuff as well. So I enjoy working with Alex just because a lot of the stuff is really on the fly, and it's kind of doing things on in the moment, and that always feels very creative. Just the chance to kind of express whatever you want when you're making the film. We've done quite a number of projects like that at this point, and there is a certain freshness and earnestness in being able to do that, which I find very enjoyable. I think the thing about a lot of Alex Holiday productions is you never really know what the final project is going to be like until you see it, so it's always a cool surprise. And he adds a lot of After Effects and different kind of animations and stuff, which he's always improving. I think that's a lot of fun. I think this project turned out really great, and I look forward to working on the next one.
So, what would be your final verdict of, well, most majority of films that you've done?
I would say what was that?
Your final verdict.
My final verdict? Like, what's your example of your final verdict?
In the end, how's it feels like when you like star in movies and you see?
I think it gives me a good sense of dignity, you know, good sense of pride, you know, good experience, you know. I think I enjoy it overall. It's amazing to look at life that way. I guess you would assume that concludes the interview.
So, explaining how you guys know each other, and explaining how you guys, would do a scene together.
I think I knew, as far as I recall, I've known Dan through another friend. Well, we would say maybe sort of an ex-friend.
We played Xbox.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's pretty much how I knew Dan, and then we kind of the branches kind of increased a bit.
Yeah.
And we would play different video games, different hangout activities.
So also, what do you think of Alex Holiday's movies in general?
They're doing a bang up job. They're pretty.
They're up and coming.
A lot of people say that they are cheesy, terrible, but worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
They're worth watching. They're awesome.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So would you like to be in more films if Alex Holiday was to take it up to a much higher level?
By all means, I would. And I'm certain Dan would, and maybe we would get a couple, maybe some other people involved as well.
Alright.